Grand Rising Soul Tribe. Tracy here with Sweet Spot e-magazine. Thank you so very much for the likes, the shares, views, subscribes, all of the support. I appreciate it all. We're going to ring the bell. We're going to clear out the energy, and then we're going to see what the message of the Spirit has for us this evening. From what I hear, someone has some really good things to say about you, honey. Hey, Red Violet, they have some really good things to say about you. Bottom of the deck. Ooh, they say you are driven. It's like you have this goal in mind. You're not taking no for an answer. You're not stopping for anyone. They say you are addicted to your goals. You are addicted to making this thing go. Yes, because you have expectations. Somebody's saying that, you know what? You've been letting whatever project this is, it's almost like this has been driving you to the point where you feel like you have to keep things going, you have to keep things moving, like you have to make sure that this is here, this is there, like the puppet master. It's all on you. But you know what, something is happening. Like you prophesied, you said something was going to happen around this time, and it's happening. Yes, people are seeing you and they're speaking very highly of you. This is a change. This is a change because people used to be kind of defensive towards you. But then they started listening to you. Before they didn't listen to you. They didn't want to hear what you had to say because somebody else told them something else. But then they started listening to you. And what they heard was that and found out you're really smart. You're real intelligent. You know what time it is. And you knew when some wise guy was going to try and come around too. You knew what they wanted. You already got the message even before they even showed up. You already knew. Even though this person was in a different location, you knew. You cannot play a player and you cannot pimp a pimp. Trust me, that player is going to know what's going on. And somebody was trying to do something, change something. The player's trying to change how people see you. Because people see you as someone that's rock solid, someone that stands 10 toes down, someone that's loyal, not just to whoever's in your life here, but to your ancestors, to your spirit guides. Someone sees that you are loyal and you are right now in receiving the limelight for the work that you do. Hey, J Mike. Hey, Shaylin. What's the message? Yep, you're receiving the limelight for the work that you do. And somebody else, they're not happy about this. They're trying to act like they're happy, but they're not really happy. This is somebody that may be a dark priestess. This is somebody who felt like they were more intelligent than you, like maybe they were more connected to their ancestors and were here to teach you a lesson. See, somebody's in the spirit of competition. That's why they're not winning. That's why they'll never win. Because nothing that they do is ever going to be good enough, especially if they're always competing for something better, for someone else's spot. Hey, James and Biscuit, how are you? This is the thing, that if you're so busy trying to compete for someone else's spot or trying to take somebody else down because of their spot, you're never going to reach your goal. Never. Yeah. Somebody is they're too chicken to see. Like I said, the limelight is on you for the work that you do. But the work that you do, this person is too afraid to get out there and do it. So they want the limelight, but they don't want to do the work. They want to come in and they want to take what you've done. Like They're not gonna like they're gonna just take over from what you've done, and they haven't really been there from the beginning. This is somebody who just wants your things. This is somebody, like I said, they are on the dark side, but yet they act like they do nothing. Like they're not trying to bring in around negative energy. This is someone who wants to teach you a lesson. hmm They don't like the fact that you're at peace, and they don't like the fact that you walk around as if you don't know anyone is trying to take you down, or someone is trying to send you this negative energy. You walk around as if you are unbothered and unaware. And that's because you know what? Really, you are. You're following your North Compass and you're just being you. You're not caring about what other people have to say or think. You've already gone through this period where you had to survive, and you were surviving trying to feel like, oh, this person's after me, that person's after me, this person said this, that person said that. You're done with all that. You're done with all that. Somebody, they want your spot, but they're too chicken to go after their own spot, so they want to come get your spot. What's the message? What's the message? See, this person, for something that's going on, they don't want you to remember. They don't want you to remember something that caught your attention. And it could have been something that somebody said when maybe they were drinking too much, maybe they were smoking too much, but something they let slip and it caught your attention. You heard it. And this person tried to cover it up right away. They tried to cover it up in the conversation, change the conversation, and just act like, it was something else. But you knew what it was. You knew what it was at that point. Like I said, someone is trying to compete with you, but they're trying to act like they're not trying to compete, but they are. And they don't think that you know it. They don't think that you see it. They don't feel that you can sense it. It's like somebody wants to, when someone is trying to secretly compete with you, what they'll do is they'll big you up a little bit, but they'll big themselves up a little bit more. You peeped their game. You peeped game. See, the thing is, you're already on your spiritual throne. And that's why you're so loving and giving, understanding and patient and kind. But see, somebody didn't know that. They thought that you was just desperate, that you would mar yourself, like you would overgive, over understand. But no, no. Mm-mm. You're smart enough to know when to cut shit off when somebody needs a little bit of justice. You're smart enough to know. Maybe you appear that you're not really with it. Maybe you appear that you're always high or drunk or on something, but you're not. Somebody expected you to be in a state like that, and they expected you to promise them something, a promise that you wouldn't be able to keep. Yeah, that you wouldn't be able to keep, but something that you wouldn't be able to break either. You know, so that they would win. If this is a promise that you can't keep but you can't break, that's that devil doing overtime. Mm-hmm. That's that devil doing overtime. What's the message, Spirit? Thank you. You didn't let it go. You didn't forget about it. You did not let that go. Whatever somebody hoped that you would let go, what did you would forget, you didn't. Mm-mm. You remembered how this person was competing with you. Even how this person had even said something. Like I said, somebody was doing a lot of jaw jacking. And they had said something, they had let it slip, and you was like, wait, what? And then that's when they tried to change the subject. Oh no, I was talking about some others. And you said, okay, I'm gonna let you change the subject this time, but I heard what you said. And see, somebody thought that you didn't hear everything because you said what? You said what because you wanted them to repeat themselves. But they didn't. They was too chicken. Hmm. Someone that's trying to make a plan to see if they can take over your things, whatever things those are, physical things, spiritual things, whatever things. What's the message? Hmm. But you knew it was coming. You knew it was coming. You knew it was coming. How somebody was going to try and take over control of the conversation. How they're going to try and take over control of like what somebody was doing. Like, oh no, I'm gonna tell you what they're doing. They doing this. No, don't go ask them. No, I can answer for them. You knew somebody's gonna try and overstep their boundaries. Hey, Devery. Yeah, somebody was gonna try and like they was gonna try and slide up in there. Yeah, how they like, well, I'm part of the family. I'm part of whatever this is, so I can do it. Like somebody felt like they had a special privilege, you know, but they didn't. What's the message, Spirit? What is the message? Mm-hmm. See, somebody thought, and two, this person may not even be in the same vicinity, but for whatever reason, I'm feeling like this person will send little things or do little things just to kind of keep you off track. You know how somebody will say something, to kind of keep you off track. It's like it's a ploy. If you give a little bit, but you take a lot. But when they trying to figure out all that you took, you give a little bit more to seem like you give it a little bit. Make it seem like it's even, but the little bit that they giving is so small, and what they taking is so large. It's a game. It's a game. If you're not awake, if you're not aware, you're gonna end up with nothing before you finally realize what they've been doing. I'm telling you, this is somebody who they like I said, they give a little bit, but they take more. By the time you realize all that they've taken, there's nothing left. And the object of their why they did it was to cause some conflict for you. Because, see, if you don't have nothing left, then you can't protect yourself. This person, they thought that they could do this because they felt like they was owed something. Like you owed them something. You know? Like you being on your true north compass or your true north path, you owe them something because they wasn't able, they wasn't strong enough to make it. So they feel like you owe them something. But you don't. You only owe yourself. You only owe it to you. That's it. If they can't get it themselves, then you can't get it for them. Yeah. See, somebody thought that you was like I said, somebody thought that you was like on something, you know, at the time that this whatever it was a conversation or something was had, and that it is slipped out, and the mask of them slipped off a little bit. You saw it. They tried to put it back on, and that you would. They was hoping that you would forget it. You didn't forget it, so they hoping that maybe you was just thinking, no, I was just tripping. I was on that shit or whatever. You can forgive that person. Maybe you smoked some weed or something that day and had an alcoholic drink, and maybe you was thinking, man, but was I tripping, or did someone so just say such and such and such and such, and laugh diabolically afterwards? Was I tripping, or did that really happen? See, somebody was thinking that you would kind of do like, damn, maybe I was just tripping, but you're not. You have to say to yourself, You have to save yourself on whatever you got going on, because you know you was not tripping. You know somebody was going to try and cause some type of damn hardship for you. Don't ever try and play a player, and do not ever try and pimp a ex pimp. Like I said, somebody's coming for you, but they trying to act like they love you, you know, but they really competing against you. And they think that, you know, if they act all innocent and, like I said, like they're trying to do something for you, you'll never see it. You'll never understand it. But that's just the ploy, that's the plot, and that is the plan. That you wouldn't really see the type of personality that you are really dealing with. You would take them at face value. When really, behind the face value, they are nothing but a snake. Somebody doesn't know the whole backstory. They don't know the whole backstory to this earth angel. So they don't know nothing about how this earth angel is prepared to get down. And right now, this earth angel, everybody's looking at this earth angel like in awe. Like this earth angel is, you know, doing good. It's like they're doing great. They're progressing. They're this and they that and they this and that. But see, it used to be that this earth angel, when everybody was looking at them, they used to be entertainment for everybody. And then nobody really want nothing to do with them, especially if they needed something, was nobody there to help. But see, then this earth angel had to start taking, doing things for themselves, taking the leadership position in their own life, defending themselves, making sure that nobody knew, everybody knew they was not to be played with. Yeah. Something about this person, you know, they were out of sight, out of mind, but whenever they came back around or they resurfaced and everybody was looking at them shine. And that's why everybody's saying all these good things about this person. Like, damn, you see how much they shining? You see how good things are? You see how great things are? You see what this and that? You hear the good stuff they're talking about? Yeah, I'm telling you, it's important. People like, damn, you left, you know, whenever you came back, you're not the same. And people notice that. You're not the same as what they had pictured you as. They thought that you was going to come back and still be the same person. Still be the same person, and they was going to be able to do this shit, you know, and say this shit. But no, it's not even like that. They know you are totally different. Yeah. You're not here to play with those people, and they know that. Hold on a second. Let me tell Sasha to shut up. Sasha, shut up. Cut that out. I hate you, but I get your butt in here. Get in this house right now. Get in here. That is enough. What? That is enough. Nobody want to hear all that. I don't want to hear all that. Sorry about that, y'all. I had to tell my, shut up. Everybody don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear all that. What else? You better stop it, girl. What else? Stop it. And the fact that, you know what? You are so optimistic. Everybody can believe that you are on your spiritual throne, because it's like the way, the things that you say, how you come to people, you try to uplift people. You try to let people know you can do this. You can do this. You know, like I said, someone is competing with you. You know, they are competing with you, and they appear to be like helping you, but they're not really helping you. Sasha, come here now. Come. Yep, they think that they can play in your energy, but this person is wrong. Come. She don't want to come over here because I'm gonna make her lay down in here. Let's see what else. Bottom of the deck. 4 of coins. Somebody trying to keep something to themselves. They are. They already know they spoke a lot. They didn't say too much. Now they want to try and keep it to themselves, especially since you already heard this communication. You already heard the communication, and you was already asking. Like I said, if this is about a business deal, you was already asking and suspecting. Like, wait, what did you just say? What did you just say? How what somebody's plan was. You know, but and it's almost like but the spirit was on your side. Spirit said, no, no, no. It's like people are saying really good things about you. Really good things about you. No one has anything negative to say about you. Nothing negative to say about you because you speak the truth. It's kind of hard to go battle somebody who's telling the truth. Now that this fool feels foolish because they were sitting here trying to start something with you. They were sitting here thinking that they was going to come into battle with an earth angel. Now, how did that work out? How did that work out? They didn't know that earth angel was protected from this king of cups. Now this king of cups want to have a tear in their eye. Because now this king of cups is sitting here thinking about this curse that they brought on themselves. That's what they know is coming in for them. This curse that they brought on themselves. When they were sitting here trying to play a trick on you, they was trying to play some little diabolical trick on you, only to find out that they got stuck and everybody saw the lies. I know that the chat disconnected. It seemed like it was spinning for a second. Now it seems like we back. Everybody knew about the lie that this person had told about you. Everybody knows how this person was gossiping and lying and all that other bullshit about you. This is why people are in a relationship with this person. They know that somebody was like young and dumb. That's why people don't want to fuck around with this person no more. They want to be around you. They know that you have your spirit guides and your ancestors around you now. And they know that you coming with the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the damn truth. That whenever you speak, like if you're old enough to remember E.F. Hutton, you speaking now is like E.F. Hutton. Because everybody know when E.F. Hutton talk, people listen. Right now, you're sounding just like E.F. Hutton. Mm-hmm. See, people are looking at, they thinking about where you started and where you at now. So they know you know what to do. They know that you have some knowledge about you that you can share with them. You can share with the crowd, to turn their lives around. Because they're looking at where you started and where you at now. Yes, the crowd wants to know this information. Everybody wants to know this information to turn their life around. To cut out, to cut out what no longer needs to be there so that they can move forward. They can move forward and I feel like they want to cut out somebody that maybe has been in and out of their life, running in and out, saying this, saying that, spying, spreading gossip, that kind of shit. It's like teaching people how to save themselves. It's teaching them how to leave these towers behind. teaching people how to leave a situation when there's nothing being served at the table. So why not eat alone? Standing up for yourself and not accepting this little petty bullshit that somebody feel like they can bring you, and somebody feel like you're supposed to just stay there and take it because they have some type of title, parent, son, sibling, cousin, whatever. Spirit said no. Spirit said, you know when it's time to go. You know to use your intuition to seek. Spirit says, seek only God and listen to God. You make that judgment call. You know when it's time to go. You know when someone is speaking good, when someone is speaking bad. Something about something that somebody had to say is coming out, and it's coming back on them. It's coming back on them because you have your wish fulfillment. You receive some type of gift, something. Like I said, whatever you've been talking about, the things that you've been saying for a while now has been the truth. It's been the truth. Like I said, people have good things to say about you, but somebody's been trying to change that with the Two of Coins. They're trying to make someone see, oh no, that's not really them. No, that's not it. That's not it. Mm-mm. But that is it. That is it. Because people hear what you're talking about, and everybody wants to work with you. You know? Everybody wants to work with you. You even had to, teach somebody else how to work, how to manifest, how to whatever it is that you do. It's like you've been doing this for a while and you had to teach somebody else. You had to put that same knowledge in someone else's hands so they could do the same for them. So that they can go ahead and complete this cycle and end that chapter, whatever they were in. You reminded somebody how strong they are, how courageous they are, how they are meant to be great, how you always told them they are meant to be great, and you didn't accept anything else. How it's good to give and receive, and how you always have to protect yourself and take up for yourself. See, these are things that you was telling somebody that they think about. They know this stuff. This is things that they're finding out that you're telling other people too. And this is why you're having a good reputation. People are finding out that, you know what, you're telling the truth. You're telling the truth. You're helping them to see. You're helping them to move forward. And someone doesn't like that, because the more you help someone to move forward, they know the more everybody else is looking at them like, well, what happened to you? What's the message, Spirit? What is the message? Yeah. See, somebody thought that they could come for you, but you was already protected. They thought that they could end this relationship. They wanted to. I'm telling you, they tried to come for you to create some type of burden. Hey, Infinity Collection, how are you? How are you? Yeah, somebody they thought that they can come for you to try and cause some type of conflict, some type of oppression, something, but you know who it is. You just not saying nothing about it. But you know who it is. It's the same person that's been trying to do this all along. Hey Kay, how are you? What's the message? Yep. But you know what? It didn't even hit you. Didn't even bother you. Didn't even touch you. this is going back to them. You was protected. You was protected. They couldn't do nothing to you. They can't touch you. You know? Yeah. And Spirit is sending the police car for them to pick them up, because this was the weapon. I'm telling you, they didn't know you was protected. They threw that 10th wand. That 10th wand is this wand right here. They got the police have the weapon. How they was going to try and take you out. They can't. They could not. That's why this person is getting. They getting ready to leave home. I don't know if this person is going to be on the run or what, but somebody's getting ready to leave home. You know, and it could be, they get ready to leave home because they don't want to go to jail, because they know if they go to jail, they're going to be locked up for a while. They are going to be locked up for a while because, somebody's trying to be on the run, but their money is funny. And what's sad is, if you feel like you got to run from the law, but you ain't got the resources to do it, you may as well go ahead and just turn yourself in. Go ahead. Don't even go through all that shit. Because they're going to catch you anyway. They're going to catch you anyway. What's the message? Somebody, they did not know you was this protected. They was like, well, they got ADT out. I see the ADT sign, and they got some cameras, but I think I can stealth mode, sleuth around there, and just wear all black and this and that. Yep, that shit don't work. Yeah, I'm telling you, they did not realize who you was when they was looking at you. But they see this now, that you know what, you somebody special. They can't stop looking at you. They spying on you. They are. Because and they feel so upset, because they're feeling upset and angry and regretful, because there's nothing they can do to get at you. You told this person the truth, and it hurt their feelings. It had them feeling left out in the cold. But see, this person who's failed to realize that there's a whole bunch of shit going on underneath the surface that they're refusing to talk about. There's a whole bunch of shit that's underhanded, that's being sneaky that they don't want to talk about. They don't want you to bring it up, how they was doing this and how they was doing that. They don't want you to bring it up. They just want to give you some little flimsy apology, and you supposed to be like, okay. Like they wanted you to still give them all the love and feel like, okay, here's my overflowing cup of love for you, even though you're trying to put me in a third party situation and give me less than what I deserve. But I'm giving you way more than what you deserve. See, this person, they failed to realize that you knew about all those lies that they told about you. That shit wasn't even the fucking truth. But yet they want something now. Now they want you to have some mercy on them and to be so loving and caring and tender to them. For what? For what? Hey, Yvette. See, this person, they didn't realize they was doing too much until after they did too much. You know what the hell they was doing? Shit, you've been here before. And if you ain't been here before, you've been on this earth long enough to know. Energy don't lie. This person was stupid enough to not understand that. But you were smart enough to know. Energy don't lie. Say what you want to say. Act how you want to act. Purposely do what you want to do. I'm going to know by your energy. I'm going to find out. I'm going to find out. I'm going to find out. Trust and believe that communication is coming through. You can't stop that shit from coming through if you try. Somebody's afraid that when you find out, you about to ghost them. You about to ghost them. Because they see that now they understand that they should have chose you, because you was their 10 of cups. You was their 2 of cups and they 10 of cups. They should have chose you. But instead, they want to let somebody else who gave them the weapon, who gave them the fucking weapon, come in and try and hurt you with that. Hey, Sydney, you know, this is why somebody feel like they got to leave home, like they got to be on the run, you know, because this King of Wands, yeah, because somebody see how somebody was trying to be a narcissistic, a warlock or some shit. Everybody see what this King of Wands was trying to do, you know, and it's the King of Wands. They couldn't figure out how you went from the Seven of Coins to the Ten of Coins when they was trying to get everybody and their brother to work against you. Now, with the Nine of Swords and the King of Swords and the Devil, this somebody sitting here worrying about what you gonna do to get back at them. They thinking that you getting ready to come out and of your devilish side. No, 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 no. You's gonna let God handle that. You gonna let somebody sit, the emperor sit by themselves and destroy themselves just because they're gonna be so fucking paranoid about the shit that they done did to you. That shit's coming back on them. That paranoia is a killer. Confirmation. That paranoia will fuck a person up. Cause then you can't do anything because you're afraid to go outside. Somebody look at you. They're not even looking at you. They're looking at something behind you, and you like, damn, they staring at me. Oh my god, that paranoia have you hunting for bullshit. That's not even there. This King of Cups and this Six of Wands, yes, like somebody's been picked out. Somebody's been identified. Somebody has been identified as somebody who was doing some shit in the dark, and now they want God to forgive them. They want to be forgiven. You know, they don't want people to remember how in the past they was trying to do whatever they could do to take you down. You know, they don't want people to remember how they was talking so bad about you, saying all these negative things about you. Because they don't want now all this shit that they done did, that they did, in that the Knight of Wands, all that shit is coming back. In that Knight of Wands energy, all that shit is coming back. God knows. God was sitting there watching everything. And the truth is going to be coming out. The truth is coming out. You know how it was somebody's wish fulfillment to cause some type of confusion to somebody else, to have them left out in the cold, all because this Queen of Swords knows the truth and spoke the truth. All because they didn't want this Queen of Swords to believe in their spiritual gifts. All because they wanted this Queen of Swords to be left out in the cold, to have nothing. What's the message? And it's funny because everything that they wanted for that Queen of Swords just kept talking. And now everybody's like listening to what the Queen of Swords has to say. And they're like, you know what? That's the truth. That's the truth too. Oh my gosh, that's the truth. That's the truth, which is causing people to really go within. It's causing a lot of people to go within and to think about what they added to the situation and where are they at when it comes to this generational curse that they may have been a part of, and they may be getting paid back too. Now like I said, people are upset. It's hard for them to sleep at night. It's hard for them to sleep at night, especially if there was somebody who was communicating some things about this relationship. Make somebody think, damn, well, maybe I'm only going to get a little bit because I just did this part. They're trying trying to remember the shit that they did. Maybe I'm only going to do this because mine was not that bad. Mine was kind of bad, but not that bad. No, if you added to it, even if it was just a little bit, that's still bad. That's still bad. hmm You should have left it all the way alone. You should have asked yourself before you got involved, how is this going to help me? Is this going to make me a better person? If people find out, am I going to feel like a piece of shit on a stick? What's really going to go on? That's what somebody should have asked themselves. But they wanted to find out the hard way. They didn't know that that high priestess knew how to protect herself against this Queen of Wands. They didn't know that that Queen of Wands was the one who provided herself this generational curse. Not only provided herself this generational curse, but was stuck in it with no way out. She can't come out of this if she tries. The fool went in there and the fool got stuck. Now this Queen of Wands is experiencing the Five of Coins, and there's nobody here to help them. Nobody. They out in the cold by themselves. Single. And this Knight of Coins, this the Emperor and the Tower. Yeah, somebody listened to this younger person listened to this older person, only to find out that the older person got them fucked up their entire life. Now somebody's sitting here trying to figure out, what can I do? What can I do to change this situation? Because they know they stuck. They fucked up. And they know that this group they worked with, the group that they put it out there with, everybody in that group is getting some. They all getting it. All getting it. And this Naval Cups, they know that, they getting it too, because they had their fingers in it. They playing on that shit. And now it's like that same person is heartbroken because you left. Heartbroken because you left. And they are stuck. They're trapped. They're trapped because of what they said about you. And this shit wasn't even the truth. See, everybody's like, yes. Oh, we love her. She's so great. He is so amazing. And somebody's like, no, they're not that good. They're not that good. No. Yeah, I'm telling you, this person, they just a hater because they know they took a gamble and they went somewhere where they should not have gone. Now they stuck. That cycle is closed. This person feels like a fool and they feel left out in the cold. There's nothing they can do. Absolutely nothing. They made this decision. They made a decision to try and break your heart, only to find out that it was their heart that was broken. All because somebody wanted to lie. They lied on you. They was lying on you as far as calling you, saying that you gave your love away for free to anybody who said, I'll take some. They was saying all this bullshit about you. And it wasn't even the truth. It was because they was trying to cause disturbance in your life. They was trying to cause chaos. They was trying to X you out. They thought that if they said this shit and people believe this shit, that they can get away with some shit. But they didn't know with these 2 sevens that God was right there, not letting this shit. It's because the shit wasn't adding up. And people was confused. People was confused because they're like, well, wait a minute. Why are you talking so bad about this person instead of not saying anything at all? Like, people couldn't understand why somebody was talking so bad about somebody that they're supposed to be connected with instead of just not saying anything. And it was because they was involved with somebody else. That's why. They was involved with someone else. Hey, Sydney. Hey, Diane. How are you? Hey, Summer Moon. How are you? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. See, the thing is, it's kind of like people was like, well, wait a minute. This is like not even adding up because you're saying this, but this other person is showing this. Yes, I'm telling you. Now somebody is thinking about, oh, maybe they overdid it. Maybe they said too much. Maybe they did too much. Maybe they tried to take you down too much. You know, now somebody that can't sleep because people are looking at them like, damn, that sure is a lot. Well, why? Why is it that if so and so said this, then why didn't you do that? Why are you still with if so and so said this bad about this person, why are you around this person? Aren't you supposed to be with that person regardless? Like, didn't you, it's not making sense. People's like, yeah, it's not making sense. That's why people's walking away from them. People are walking away from this fool because the shit that they talking about is not making sense because they trying too hard to get this Queen of Swords caught up, and it's not making sense. Because every time, this Queen of Swords is still moving forward, still loving, still has an open heart, and then on top of that, people can see how this Queen of Swords ancestors are around this person, how this person is stable and loved and loving. Like I said, loved and loving. People can see this. So they don't want to hear anything else that this person is talking about because they feel like this is all bullshit. This is they're like, man, girl, man, bruh, sis, you ain't showed us shit. Why don't you do us a favor and shut the fuck up? Because you ain't making sense at this point. Mm-hmm. See, they didn't know the spirit was there fighting your battles for you without even you even having to lift a hand. Yeah. Now somebody is thinking about, the past and the shit that they didn't say, how it's catching up. Mm-hmm. How it's catching up. And they thinking about who said something and how they just didn't put two and two together. They should have put two and two together because then they would have seen that somebody was trying to come up after you, come after an earth angel. They would have seen that shit was not about to fly. But that person, what they did see was said they saw how their life was turned all the way around. Now they had to make some adjustments, some much needed adjustments, some serious adjustments. What else, Spirit? What else? Yeah, they don't like it that people are saying nice things about you. They don't like that people are saying these wonderful, positive things about you. Because then that makes it hard for them to say, no, that's not the truth. See, the sun is out about you. People see you clearly for who you are, but someone else is trying to shut that shit down. They truly don't. This person, it's like this could be a father, somebody, a husband, somebody, father figure, uncle, grandfather, whoever. But they don't want they trying to stop something. They don't want nobody to see you for the positive person that you are. But you know what? Spirit has already made a judgment call. I already said that you was an empress. I already put you in your spiritual throne. I already gave you, that matriarch status. Already. And that's why I said that this person wants to come up after you. But somebody's remembering you from the past. Mm-hmm. This is a past life relationship. Somebody's remembering you. Now they're starting to remember you from the past. Before, that was like they had no clue, but now they're starting to remember. It's like something is working itself out. The more that they work on them, the more their memory comes back. Yep, and it's not what's bothering them that they took part in this three-party situation trying to come up against you. Now it's bugging the shit out of them. But yeah, somebody they thought they could get you. Mm-mm. All you did was get got. That was it. Get got. Y'all done got. Yeah. 4 cups to the bottom. Something they didn't see. They didn't see them. They didn't see them ones coming right back at them. Going to give them the heartbreak they thought they was going to give you. Telling you somebody thought that they had this plan. Mm-mm. No. How'd the plan work out? Yep. They thought that they was going to be able to take the sun out. They really did, but that's not working out. In fact, it was kind of like they thought they were going to be able to take you out or something, but that's not working out. It's like there's some disappointment. There's some disappointment here, and something that they're going to have to leave it alone. They're going to have to rest because that's not happening. I'm telling you, you was able to block some lies. You was able to block it. Yeah. And that's why this group that they work together, that's why everybody's getting justice. Everybody's getting justice. Yep, because whatever it was, that tower hit. That tower hit for that King of Wands. What else, Spirit? Well, she is in there just having a fit. She knows she wants to bark so much, but she knows if she does, I'm going to get after her. So she's just in there like, Yeah, I'm telling you, the King of Swords, somebody, they misjudged something, and they took you, the Queen of Coins, they misjudged something, and they were sitting here, uh, somebody was going around saying some things about you that was false, that was not true, that was completely not true. It's like they made something up, and I'm telling you, they are. We have the Ace of Pentacles, we got the Ten of Wands, and we got the Fool. Now everybody's seeing how somebody made this shit up, and how they're being oppressed for acting like a fool. They having to go to jail, they having to whatever. All they did was cause themselves a curse. That's it. Because you knew how to protect yourself. One thing they didn't count on. The one thing they did not count on is you having a black belt so black that even black belts don't fuck with you. What else, Spirit? Jet Li, Bruce Lee, all the Lees was like, not that one, not that one. Leave that one alone. That one to fuck you up. We ain't doing that one. What else? Anything else? Thank you. Yeah, somebody thought they was getting ready to get their wish fulfillment because they was going to have you hemmed up. But that's not how it worked out. Yeah, I'm telling you, when they came after you, they was going full steam ahead. But there was something that they did not see. Something that they didn't count on. And it's almost like something with you being the choice, you being chosen with the Lovers, you being chosen, and then being stuck with the Hangman. This could be a Gemini and a Pisces too. And how you was working on your craft, working on making your first millions. And how you about to do that shit. Make your first million. Yeah. I'm telling you, this group has good news to talk about you. You know, how you got it up out the mud by yourself. You know, and self-made. You may be there by yourself, but you're self-made, you know. And not only that, but it's like you are running a company or something, and you're very given to others. Hold on. Sasha! And wanting to do for others. We're going to pull some from the stack. Hey, little girl. Let's see. We're going to get some from right here. What's the message? Yeah, now they upset about something that you said, but they didn't call you a liar. So you spoke the truth. And now they're running with their tail between their legs because you spoke the truth. See, somebody needed to read between the lines. And it was about what they're not saying most more than what they were saying. Because see, somebody was talking a lot, they was talking too much, and they was talking too fast. That's when they busted themselves. And they know you had to walk away. They know you did. They would have walked away too had they been in your shoes. Had they did to you what they did to you. Had it been done to them, they would have walked away too. Hey, it's just Robbie. How are you? Thank you so very much. What's the message? Anything else? Come on, what's the message, Spirit? Yeah, this person, they are empty on the inside. They really are. They feel lack. They have to get themselves together. And they big mad. They mad at themselves because their intentions were off. You know, so they're not mad at you. They're mad at themselves. They can't be mad at you. You're one of the chosen one. There's only a select few of us. We out here trying to do good in the neighborhood. You know? So it's like, what would you be mad at me for? Right. You're on your first million too. Right. Let me pick all these up. See, somebody, they tried to deceive the wrong one. Could have been your mother. This is somebody who's waiting on karma to come in, and they've been clock watching every 30 minutes because they know something is happening, and maybe something started last weekend. That's why this person is getting nervous. You know? Yeah, everything was put on hold. Maybe somebody thought they was going to get a job, but they found out it's a job lost now. Now, especially because somebody fumbled the bag. You know? And they were sitting there thinking, who do you think you are? You know? And let me tell you something. This is somebody who fights dirty. Instead of them being mature when they argue and fight, this is somebody who plots and plans how they're gonna get you back. That's a dirty motherfucker right there. That's somebody that you really do need to distance yourself from. When they sit there and plot and plan, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. That's a dirty motherfucker. Get away from that person. Save yourself some drama and some trauma. Because if they're trying to plot and plan when they're talking about somebody else, they're going to plot and plan on you. Remember, you are a sweet heart. That's why this person wants you to please unblock them. You know? But, warning, it's a scammer. You'll know who this person is because they're a hoarder, they're selfish, they're greedy, they're stingy, you know? But leave that person alone because you get ready to have a new love that's coming in that's a heavenly host. Remember that you write your own book of life. You start from the beginning, your most the earliest memory. You start there and you start writing all about your life to get it out, and then you reread it to look at it with mature eyes, adult eyes, and then you reread it to understand that there was nothing that you did, and most of it that was other people's projections on you and they bullshit they was putting on you, and then you reread it to say goodbye to all of that shit, and then you burn it. And ain't nothing but a hater, only because they was jealous and they know they're guilty, because you are unique and you're different. You know that you have a soul contract, you know. So don't even worry about that other person or other people. Seriously. And this is so important for us now because you know what? The holidays are coming. The holidays are coming. And what about those of us that were out here by ourselves? Like me. Sure, I have biological family, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I feel safe. I feel secure. Or even I feel like I want to deal with their bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So it's important to understand that you're unique, you're different, you got a soul contract, you're loved. Something. Something's gonna happen on Tuesday. What did I do? There it is. Something's gonna happen on Tuesday. So when the holidays come, we can try and think about what we can do to be together collectively. Yeah. Something about somebody was in love with their abuser. What is that called? Stockholm syndrome or something? Where you've been kidnapped and the abuser has your whole mind warped and fucked, and now you thinking, oh, it's not so bad. I mean, I only get whipped 3 times a day now. It used to be 5. Now it's bearable. It's only 3. And that whip is not that bad. I mean, they are getting creative and creating pictures and shit, but it's not that bad. Somebody who's fallen in love with their abuser. This is this is somebody who's stuck in their ego or pride. Their abuser. Mm. What's the message? What's the message? I saw the 1111 card. What else? Thank you. Yep. Just remember that someone else's hate doesn't stop your gift. Let them hate. Let them hate. Because it's just part of that coven. You know? It's okay because you already know that you can beat them. You beat the dog shit out the devil. You know it and they know it. And then you turn around and give them the sweet spot gang sign. 2 of them and 1 of them. 2 of these and 1 of these. Something about your 12th house. You're psychic. It's like they cannot mess with that. They can't mess with it. Anything else? Anything else? Mm. Yeah, somebody they feel intimidated and small because of you, because they know you got that high priestess energy. I'm telling you, somebody, it's like their ego, their pride, and then they fail. This is somebody who truly is the biggest hoe in the street. This is somebody who's a frenemy in your face, and they feel stupid. They feel stupid because they got stuck. They got caught. This is somebody who they always ask God to change the situation whenever you told them you need to ask God to change you, not your situation. This is somebody who needs to follow their own north node so that they will stop believing everybody else's lies and get their life together. So, all right, y'all, I'm going to leave it right there. Close this down. We'll spend some time with my little Sasha Poo. So take her outside in case she wants to bark at the neighbors. I'll be out there. They won't just think she's just going barking rogue or nothing like that. So thank you so very much. And I really do appreciate y'all. I really do. And you know what? I want to say a special thank you, a special and very heartfelt thank you to K. K hype B. I can't pronounce the last name. Seriously. You know what? That's a person of his word, and I really do appreciate him very much. Okay. All right, y'all. Thank you so very much. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out. I do look forward to seeing you next time. Have a great and wonderful evening. Good night. Bye now.